Hey, what's going on, guys? So yeah, I figure we'll do something a little bit different. We'll do a drive and talk. And I want to focus on something that recently came out, and that is the S650 Mustang. So the 2024 Mustang that's supposed to come out. It's supposed to be the next generation, and it's going to have a lot of different features involved in it, including an all-new redesign. The pros, the cons, and also where the future of the Mustang. So first off, let's talk about the actual photos themselves that were leaked. The leaked photos came out roughly a few weeks ago, and everybody was up in arms, as they always get, because everyone's a purist, and that's just what we do. So, at a first glance, this photo looks very blah, right? It doesn't look that special. But Ford and every other car manufacturer loves to do that. At this point in time, they almost can assume that photos are going to get leaked. So why not put the most base EcoBoost picture that they could find, right? Oh my god, that guy needs brakes. The other photo that was leaked, which is this one, looks much more appealing, like so much more appealing. And my guess is that's going to be more or less the next Mustang GT. And I think it looks pretty good. A lot of people are a little bit up in arms probably because of the fact that it's now more robust and a little bit angular, not as catfish-like, right, with the latest ones. But every year that another Mustang comes out, there's always that one person in a group that hates it. They hate change, everything. Personally, I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. I think it's going to be a super seller. So we'll focus right on the drivetrain and the powertrain, right? So powertrain in general, there's been many mixed opinions and reviews that are going on. Make no exception, the Coyote will return. I'm positive on that. I think everybody else is too. It's one of Ford's big money generators, and there's no reason for them not to. They'd have to redesign something brand new from scratch. So to pair that, there'll probably be some Ford hybridization, which will then in turn probably lead to an all-wheel drive. So I'm looking at it as, okay, rear-wheel drive V8 is probably the standard, and then you could probably add a package or premium where you get a hybrid version, which will pair in the electric motors and create that all-wheel drive experience. However, with the hybrid drivetrain, you would have a lot of torque, tons and tons of torque, and torque is good. Torque is your friend. The Coyotes do lack a little bit of that down low, so I guess we'll see. But for now, that has the potency to be an incredible car. Now, that would be wild, because the Mustang as it sits is extremely, you know, high in potential, right? Has way more than most of the other car manufacturers, and let's be honest, it hurts some feelings. So pair that with actual traction off the line and assist. You make up the torque that it doesn't have initially, and then you boost it. You're asking for ridiculous outcomes here. So the next topic is the interior. So Ford's doing a really good job of making an enjoyable interior, making it luxurious feeling, right? No hard, cheap plastics, just kind of getting with the times. As you can see in these photos, everything in the interior is still very solid. I mean, as a D-shaped steering wheel, which I personally love, I have one of my GTI, and it really does add an extra dynamic to the whole car. The interior looks honestly really nice. Ford's doing a really good job. Right now I'm looking at my car and I'm like, damn, like, she's a little dated. It's supposed to bring you fun and joy and the sound of the heavens. There's a big problem I see with the S650. The S650 doesn't have the fighter jet buttons. Man, I love those. I love those. I want to get an S550 one day, and you know, it's just, I thought that was really cool. It gives it that extra flair. But it's a little thing, you know. They still have a really nice button. I'm curious about is the cost. So what will the S650 cost? I couldn't even tell you, because a GT right now, the 2021, people are paying right around $48,000 to $50,000, and that's a lot. I mean, I can't see it going up more if it's in standard trim, aside from extra stuff that they're going to put in. So if you take that and then hybridize it, you're naturally going to pay more. So we're talking like $60,000 for a GT Mustang. And at this point, is a GT Mustang even considered a GT if it has a hybrid powertrain? I mean, do you want to be fast or do you want to be fun? That's really what it comes down to, always. And then cost is always the deciding factor, always. But with freaking inflation going on, we'll all be freaking poor as hell in the next 3 years. Hell, even now. Another really interesting part about the new Mustang is if it does go hybrid, here's the thing. Will people have FOMO? Because if you have FOMO, you're going to want the latest. I feel like with all the push with electrification, everything, people are going to want that because I feel like people just want to go fast. That one thing that will always trump electric vehicles is the sound. Nothing's gonna beat the V8 sound. Man, so many people hated the S550 when it came out. If I had $1 for everybody that said, oh, this looks European, this isn't a Mustang, this isn't this, I'd have every single car I ever wanted in the world. And now people can't get enough of them because they know just how good they are. And the S650, I have a feeling, is gonna hurt a lot of feelings, Those are just some of my thoughts. I probably forgot a few, but thanks for joining me on this talk. And yeah, I hope you guys got something out of it. Catch you guys next time.